The next part of the maintenance I will do is on these arms, these levers, which actuates the hydraulic unit that is just on your right. So this is let's say a dedicated hydraulic unit with 2 spools, and there's no power beyond with these hydraulic unit. So it's not coming out with hydraulic hose, it's rather having those 2 levers that controls the spools, and then the hydraulic hoses come from the other side and this side. This one is shared with the front end loader and the 3-point hitch at the back with a diverter valve, and on the other side there's the 2 hoses that goes for the curved cylinder. So obviously this one is having only 1 hose because this is a single acting cylinder at the front and at the back, so that's why you don't see any second hose. If it does look like a nail, this is it. That's a quick repair I did. If it looks like a NPT pipe, this is it. The original shaft is 1/2 inch, and this pipe has been fit over because the shaft was broken a long time ago. I've worked with that for a long time, but it gets some loose everywhere. It's not reliable. As you can see, there's a lot of play at each junction. So this lever actuates the spool at the top, this one, and there's the spool at the bottom for the other lever. The other lever is quite in good shape, but still has some loose. This one has a lot of loose, as you can see. So to get access to these spools and the levers, there's all kind of levers there because of the throttle. I'm going to remove the battery and the gas tank, and I should be okay to get enough access to these levers down below. I'm going to disconnect the negative side first. Once you've done that, then there's no danger with the positive side. So this is still draining. While it's draining, I'm going the other side and unhook the carburetor from the gas line. Right there. So you may wonder, but the valve is shut on the other side at the bottom of the tank, where there's the filter bowl. Okay, so one good thing is the valve from the filter is working properly, doesn't leak. Because of the bend, I'm going to remove the hose from the other side too. So I will have to remove that link because it's going to hang with the filter. Not too bad. Looks that haven't been cleaned for a while. Obviously, I'm going to remove this, make sure it doesn't get dirt. From an other view, you could see that it's not being removed very often. Don't even have any paint on the valve cover. First thing is to clean that up. I give you a view, top view. This is not what it looks when it's dry and clean. So next thing, I will move into that area to renew the shaft. So note to myself, this side is going this side. So they are on the same side. This one, this one. So I'm going to remove this. At the same time, maybe I remove this one too. So this way I will have better access. You know it's all when the nuts are square. So anyways, I'm going to reverse those connectors. So this one is going to face down. Now there's some oil inside of this. It's collecting dirt at this moment. As you can see, there's some oil. Hey GP, here's a sock for you, just for you. As you can see, it's been there for a while. Ah, that west cut is free. That wrench have one thing good. It doesn't loosen up. It always gets stuck in the nut. Always. That's what happens when you buy some cheap stuff. so you pretty much see what I'm going to address. On the other lever you can see a little bit play, but not that much. So you can see, you might not see that much on your side. There's a bolt holding it in place. Oh, the bolt is even loose. The bolt is loose, totally loose. I know. It's only acting like a pin. That's why. There's the pin. It should slide off. That's correct. So that's the shaft with all those modifications. And the pin is going right there. It's not in bad shape, actually. Seems good to me on this side. Let's move to the lever. So that lever seems to be fine. That's the bad. So I have some play. There's a small play there, but it's not too bad. I could not increase the size of the pin because, or the bolt, let's say so, because a ½ inch with a ¼ inch pin, I'm not left with that much material, so I could not go to 5/16. So this play is not too bad. The worst play is happening there, so you can see that's a really odd repair, let's say so. I will remove all those pins and see what I can do there. So this repair was done like 10 years ago, if not more, and I did not remove anything from the tractor, so I had really limited access to push these pins in. I'm surprised it held like for 10 years. It was not too bad at the end. So now what I see is that I got a pin, but it's being riveted into place. Okay, I have to figure what is the angle of working. So when this is straight, I could draw a straight line in between the holes, the hole and the center of this, and this being up straight. So that's the relation in between the two. This is made out of aluminum. It's really lightweight, but the fact is this pin is crimped into that portion. I wonder if I don't keep that end and just make sure that I do weld properly a bushing better than this one, let's say so, into that position. That's what I'm wondering. So I changed my mind. I reuse that pipe. It's thick enough, and on top of that I do have the reference. I have also already some holes to weld from the pin to the pipe, so could not ask better than that. Okay, that's good news, because the old hole is matching up. They are matching up all of them. So I have the proper alignment. I will be able to weld this in. So that's the perfect setup. All the parts laying flat on the table, and all the previous holes and the new holes matching together, so I know that I have the correct adjustment. So I'm going to weld there because I don't want to have any splatter going as much as possible going into my parts. Seems good so far. That's the only plate remaining. Next thing will be to change the hydraulic oil filter. I haven't changed it in 15 years. This is my bad. I should have changed it, but actually I didn't know there was a filter there, and yeah, this is my bad. I thought that there was none. Woof, doesn't smell good. I don't know what it is, but this is suspicious black. Yeah, same thing. Smells vintage. There's some dirt in. So here comes the filter. Oh, that's amazing. Doesn't seem too bad. I'm surprised. Okay, got some dirt there. A lot of it, actually. There's a small O-ring, which I'll renew. Yeah, I have some nicks on it. Now let's inspect this filter. I don't know how far you can see inside, but it's really plugged. Well, this is the replacement filter. Okay, look at this. It's missing something there. Okay, I'll be ready to put it back. I will clean the other part. So that's the inside. So at the bottom, the far bottom, there seems to be a plate on which the filter sits, and I would guess there's a spring beneath. On the lower corner, there's a hole coming from the bottom of the bore. I would guess this is the inlet or outlet, I would say. And where you see some red, this is falling into the reservoir. So I just clean a little bit this because you see there's some dirt on the first bar. So I put the new filter on, put a new O-ring there. I'm going to put that in. Now this is a spring-loaded plate against which I push. Alright. This way it goes. Correct.